Muy bien, hola a todos, bienvenidos al stream de Bungie. Vamos a ver qué nos tienen que decir el día de hoy acerca de Crisol, etcétera. Y por las demás cosas que vengan, ¿no? Ok. Comenzamos. Aquí van a hablar acerca de Crisol. Lo más importante, desde mi punto de vista, para que este juego vuelva a lo que debe de ser. Oh, un nuevo tráiler. Ya lo habíamos visto, creo. Sí, ya estaba subido por ahí. Así es.
Good morning. And whether you're watching us from Twitch or YouTube,
Bueno, pues ahí están ya preparados con su control para jugar.
I'd like to introduce you to my co-hosts, who are designers from our sandbox.
Son los diseñadores. Dicen.
Is it not? Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm very good. How are you?
Good. Glad to have all three of you here. Let's begin with Mr. Josh Hamrick.
That's me.
How you doing?
What do you want now?
I want to know what you do at Bungie.
Oh, I do.
El volumen está bien o le sube un poco
I go to
más.
meetings, and I try and keep these guys happy and on task, which is really a struggle.
Every team needs a good leader.
That's right.
You're dressing yourself
I'm
down,
an okay
but I
leader.
think what you do is important.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I also worked on mods, and I worked on the ammo model, so I did real work for like a very limited run.
Okay.
What?
Hola, el
Claude
Papure.
Jerome.
Hello.
Taking a break from your honeymoon. There you go. It shows the shiny new
Que ese
hardware.
men acaba de
Look at
regresar
that.
de
This
lunes
man
de
wanted
miel.
to talk to you so much about the state of
Okay,
combat
okay.
year 2 that he is
Qué
actually
buena
taking a break
presentación.
from his honeymoon. Arrived on set 10 whole minutes ago. So he's
Approved by the missus.
approved by the missus.
It's good. It's a good start.
Unrehearsed. What did you have for breakfast?
Oh, I had cake for breakfast. There's
So,
a lot
yeah,
of
you're
cake,
just
so
basking in the
yeah,
glow
it's pretty
of
delicious.
brand new matrimony. What is your what's your specialty at Bungie on the sandbox design team?
So I'm a sandbox designer. I work on the abilities team, basically making all the new supers and all the new perks that we're going to show here.
All right. And Greg Peng.
How's it going?
Good. Glad to have you in one of the hot seats. Talk to us about your role on the sandbox design team and your specific contributions to the state of combat in the second
O sea,
year of Destiny
básicamente,
2.
esos son los encargados
pretty
de
much all the
hacer el
Forsaken
juego,
weapons have gone
el
through my
PvP.
hand in some way. Sometimes I just put
Uno se
down
trata de
older stuff.
actualizaciones, otro se trata de diseño,
But yeah, I'm the sandbox
y el otro creo
designer
que de
working on
balance o
weapons.
algo así.
All right.
Un
What we're going
sandbox.
to do today is we're going to talk about how the arrival of Destiny 2 Forsaken and the beginning of Year 2 is going to change the way we all fight. The changes in
Dice que va a cambiar
weapon balance, the changes in
el modo de
abilities,
jugar Crisol.
some of the new features that will allow
varios
you
cambios,
to configure
varias
the way you play
características.
are going to be available to all players of Destiny 2.
Que van a estar
Some of these
disponibles para
changes
todos los
will even
jugadores en
arrive
Destiny 2.
before Forsaken on August 28th. And what we want to do is
Que va a
give
salir
you a
en el
pre-mission
29
briefing
de
so that you
agosto.
can start thinking right now about how you might be configuring your Guardian so that it's a good reflection of how you are as a player.
Hoy que van a empezar a hablar de cómo puedes configurar tu guardián,
Talk to me a little bit
que es lo más
about
importante para los
what are
jugadores.
the overarching goals? When you take a look at Destiny 2 Year 2, what were your goals in approaching the work that you and your team did together to
Que está
make
preguntando que
a new combat meta?
Yeah, I think we
¿Qué-
looked at
¿Qué es lo que están
we looked
haciendo?
at
¿Qué es
year
lo que
one
hicieron?
and saw what
Para
people
los cambios estos.
were saying and thinking and how the game was being played and kind of what we were seeing happen with the game. And so we came out of it with one thing we wanted to do is give players more options for them to specifically tweak and tune their loadout to play the way they want to play. I'm front lines. I'm in the air quite a bit, right? I play for speed and efficiency.
Ok, que hay
which
diferentes
means a dialogue.
formas de
But
pelear.
in those regards, like I wanted tools to be able to
Que
tweak
si en
that
el aire,
playstyle to
en el
play the way
suelo.
I play,
Entonces
right?
están
But
viendo
People embrace a
ajustes.
specific role
Exactly.
in combat. Yeah.
Versus Claude, who plays poorly and slow.
Sí. Básicamente
Yeah, so he has
diferentes formas
I
de
play poorly and slow.
I mostly use grenade launchers.
Yeah, I'm a support player. I
pelear
love my
y...
rift. And everybody gets a little gun buddy over their shoulder.
Yeah,
That's the way I
exactly.
play.
And then we wanted
Shares
to.
amongst friends.
Why? It's a waste. We wanted the game to be interesting for longer, and so that means things like the drops you're getting. We want it to be special and fun. You know, every time you see something hit your screen, you want to be like, "Ooh, what is that, right? We want to bring that moment back.
And
And
10th better devils.
Cada
if you
vez
will.
que
exactly.
ves
We
algo
want
en la
the 10th better
pantalla en
devils to
Destiny es
still
como de,
be
"Ah,
as exciting
oh".
as your first better devils, because
Okay.
it could be the best devils. It could be. And then as well, the kind of doing the same thing with the meta. We didn't want the meta to get stale as quickly, and so one of the nice things, those kind of work in concert.
Okay, está
So if
hablando
you
de la
deliver
meta.
one, then the meta
Es lo primero
stays
que
fresh for
vieron,
longer because
de
everybody's
querer
rotating
ver
through
cómo va a
different
estar la
things.
More
nueva
players
meta.
discover the perfect combination of these different elements,
A
the more they
descubrir
may shift their fighting
la mejor
style,
manera
how
de
they may
combinar
adapt
todo
to
para que
each
esté
other.
Exactly,
perfecto
and because it's
en
a
la nueva
long, slow
meta.
rollout, right? Then it's
Con los nuevos
it
cambios.
slowly changes the landscape over time.
Qué bueno.
And then the last huge thing, and the thing we'll talk about most today, is we wanted to bring back even more hero moments, and doing that
Y de lo que van
specifically
a
through
hablar más en el
increased skill
en el
gap.
stream,
Like we wanted
lo más
to make the
importante
game
es
not
la
harder to
manera
play, but certainly we
en
wanted to make the
que
game
va a
in the
haber
right
como momentos
hands be
heroicos en el
special
gameplay.
and you know, insane to watch, right? We wanted
Eso digo.
the people who are best at the game to shine, and for people to look at those people.
Oh,
and say,
ya, ya. Y
"How do
que
you do that, right? I want that. That's what I
lo que
want."
están haciendo
both
es
in the
enfocarse
way
en que
that
las personas
the
que son
tweaks
buenas
they make
jugando
to the loadout,
se sientan
the
buenas
abilities
jugando.
they're choosing to run, the armor they're choosing to run, the weapons they're choosing to run, and just
Tipo, lo que debieron
the
haber
way
hecho
that
desde el
they play
primer
the
mes,
game.
¿no?
So, yeah.
Now, Claude, we have how many new supers in Forsaken?
Ahora van a hablar de
we
los
added 9.
supers. ¿Cuántas nuevas
sorry,
supers?
We added
Qué
9
rico.
new supers, so
Bueno, eso ya
basically
sabemos
we
un
wanted
poco.
to
Voy a hacer
add
una
a lot
pausa
more
aquí.
variety to the way you can customize your existing subclasses, because we
Pues
felt
ya,
like we wanted to
ya vimos
make
las
everyone have a new
clases,
way to
las
play.
supers,
Basically,
etcétera.
that was
A ver
our
si dice
main
algo
goal.
de
So
cómo
we
la
had new supers
balancearon o
and
algo así.
associated perks for each of those supers as well.
So even if players do not join us in the Tangled Shore for this new adventure in Forsaken, but we certainly hope that you do. But if you're just come along with us into the adventures of Year 2 without being a player of Forsaken, they're still going to find some changes to the existing subclasses that they know and love.
Yeah, so because when we changed the customization options for weapons, it basically meant that
Bueno,
lethality
también
was gonna
cambiaron
change as
la
well.
opción de
And so
personalización de armas.
abilities needed to react to all the weapon changes, and so that you could have a lot of viable options to counter a player that's coming at you with guns that are more
La
lethal
opción
as
de
well.
personalización
Grenades
de armas.
changed, supers
Okay.
had to get more reliable in a bunch of different ways, and so we looked
faster.
at and faster, and so we looked at a bunch of the ones that were underperforming currently, bumped them up, and then looked at the
Okay,
ones
okay.
that were underperforming relative to the new sandbox and started to tweak them here and there.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the existing perks and melee abilities and grenades and stuff got changed to help react to all the lethality changes.
We'll see a lot more evidence of those sorts of things when we actually take to the Crucible for a live fire exercise. Talk about a man that knows his craft. Not a single moment of rehearsal. Okay, you're doing fine. You're doing fine.
Bueno, básicamente
Stomach full of cake, heart full of love.
están encontrando la forma de balancear
Greg,
el juego ahora sí.
we're doing a lot of telling.
Básicamente es eso.
True, we
We're doing
are.
a
A ver
lot
si
of
vemos un
talking
poco de
about
gameplay
how
ya.
we changed the sandbox. Let's show them, shall we?
Yeah, let's go to it.
You have a controller in your hand. You're going to be the
Vamos
driver.
a hablar del
and,
loadout.
We have a
Las
warlock
combinaciones
up
que
on screen.
puedo hacer ahora.
Is that your warlock?
No, it is not my warlock. This is a facsimile,
This is a dev environment, so
a doppelganger.
for those of you watching, you might see some things that you won't completely understand. You'll see some things that aren't completely finished.
Acaba de
You
decir
might
que
even see
vamos a ver
some,
cosas que no están
elements of the UI
totalmente
either here or in-game
terminadas,
that might not look
que totalmente no
entirely
vamos a-
finished, but
que-
that's what
cosas
we
que
do
no vamos
when we
a
bring you into our
entender,
creative
tal vez.
process. So Greg,
So,
show us
mira,
what's
ahí
different
tiene el
inside.
arma, el
start
Ace
out by
of
talking about
Spades.
slots. So,
Okay.
Que
as
usen
you
el
notice,
Ace of Spades.
we still have the 3-slot system:
Quiero ver cómo
kinetic,
está el Ace of Spades.
energy, and power.
Yep.
So the paradigm still lies that kinetic weapons go in the first slot, energy typed weapons go in the second slot, and power
Ajá,
weapons go
ajá,
in the third
kinético,
slot.
energético,
However,
pesado.
you'll notice that next to the light level of the weapon now is a little ammo icon that says primary,
Ahora se llama
or
primaria, el arma.
special,
Especial.
or heavy.
No, pues
So
como en
basically
Destiny
what we've
1,
done is
igualito que
we've
Destiny
turned
1.
what ammo a weapon takes into
Principal,
an attribute of the
especial,
weapon, rather than
Y
tying it to the slot.
pesada. Ya.
Which means that in the kinetic slot, we can run both primary and special weapons. The same with the energy slot, primary and special weapons. And in the heavy slot, in the power slot, you can only run heavy weapons.
Yep.
So
Digo
take a look
que
through this
en la primaria vas a
lovely
poder usar
menagerie of
cinéticas y
weapons
energéticas.
right here.
En la segunda
Here we have a
energética
shotgun.
y también especiales.
Here we
Algo
have
así
hand
dijo.
cannon, a bow. A bow is also going to be a primary weapon.
Pero
Brand new
básicamente es
archetype
como
for
Destiny,
players
¿no?
of Forsaken only.
Some
Pero ahora va a haber armas de
varieties
todo
of
tipo en
better
toda...
devils here.
En
Pulse
todos los slots.
rifle,
Por ejemplo,
sniper
snipers en el
rifle.
primero, ¿no?
And here in the energy slot,
Escopetas
we
también, etcétera.
have also shotguns, bows, snipers, and not
Ok, en
featured
la parte
here, fusion
especial,
rifles as well,
También va a poder,
and also trace
va a poder ver armas
We actually
primarias, sí, estaba en lo
upgraded
cierto.
trace rifles to a special.
Va a poder, o sea, las
which
armas
means that they will be
especiales
doing
son
more
como
damage.
sniper, arcos, escopetas,
So here
etcétera.
in the,
Pero vas a poder
the
usar
power
como armas
slot, we have
primarias.
grenade launchers.
Eso está
We
interesante.
Is that
have-
all grenade launchers, Greg?
No, actually, we've also created, or
Interesante,
we've also
interesante.
changed some of the single shot grenade launchers into using special ammo as well. So they will also do a different damage than the heavy grenade launchers.
And did you, you touch them to
Yes.
fit appropriately?
They
in
will
their
fit
slots.
appropriately.
Ah,
Thank you
Rocket
forever.
launcher.
tocaron los lanzagranadas.
Swords
Ok.
and linear fusion rifles.
So it's not just a matter of, crazy free-for-all, just use any weapon in
Pues
any
nivel
slot.
máximo
You've
no sé,
curated
pues,
this, you've taken a
está
look at
mostrando
this
cosas
from
de nivel
a
500.
perspective of how can we still create some semblance
Tal
of
vez sea
balance
600
and order,
o
but you're giving us more
550 o algo
options.
así
Is that
nivel.
kind of an accurate summary of how the weapon slots are changing?
Absolutely. I mean, we want
te
to let
refieres
you
a
play
nivel
the way
de
you wanna
nivel.
play. You want to play a D1 loadout?
Creo que
play a
45,
D1 loadout.
¿eh?
If you want to play a D2 loadout? Play a D2 loadout. You want those options to be
No
available.
sé si 50.
Yeah. But if you're crazy,
If you're crazy,
you can
50
roll 3
kills se
shots.
puede.
sure
Oh,
can.
ok.
Or
That's
grenade
right.
launchers.
or grenade launchers. That's right. There are a couple of roles like that you can run 3 weapons with. And so
Goodness.
The flow of ammunition on the battlefield has always been one of the ways that we've been able to kind of control the flow of combat and how these fights spin out in real time. How is that
Porque hay
changing
cosas
in
que-
year 2, or how have these new design
Dicen que
decisions
requiere nivel
impacted the way that works?
50.
yeah, so what we found is
Digo,
like,
nivel
we knew we wanted
43.
to change slots. Like
No vi de
we
nivel 50.
heard all the
Por ejemplo, este
feedback.
requiere
We
nivel
ourselves
30.
have been playing
Estar
with it.
custom.
What we didn't want to do was just roll back. Like we felt like we could do something more interesting,
Yeah.
which you're getting to see here today, and we're super happy with the way that this started to play. What we realized in a hurry was that the weapon ammo model was certainly going to have to change to support this, and then later, as we'll talk about, that also rolls right downhill into then that needs to change lethality as well, and then lethality rolls further downhill, and that means that needs to change abilities, et cetera, which we'll cover all today. As far as the ammo model goes, though, what we realized was we wanted to support players actually playing the way they wanted to play. We didn't want to make a promise.
Queremos
and then
que
say,
los
"We can't really
jugadores
do it, right?" Like,
jueguen de
in
la
super
manera
special
que quieren.
circumstances. For sure, if you play 3 of the same weapon or even 2 specials, you're going
Okay.
to have a harder time on your hands keeping ammo in than if you are running dual primaries, which is obviously the easiest thing to keep up with ammo.
Bueno, pues va a haber armas
But then the game
primarias
will
en,
feed you
en
fine
el
if
primer y
you're
segundo
running a
slot,
D1
armas
style
especiales en el
loadout
primer y
or
segundo
near
slot,
D1 style
y armas
loadout.
pesadas solo en el tercer
The
slot.
cool thing is that as long as you're,
Interesante.
like, for example, in PvP, which we'll show you in just a little bit, you do respawn with ammo, including special ammo. And so you're always
un poco
being
confuso,
fed
pero-
ammo to keep you playing. And so even in the case of running dual specials, like you're
Ya
gonna
cuando
be in the
juegues,
game,
pues te va a
you're gonna be playing,
especificar
you're gonna be able to do stuff. And I
¿Qué
think
tipo de
we're
arma
gonna
es?
see
No, tampoco.
some of our better players
Tampoco tiene mucha
you know,
ciencia.
run the gauntlet of being able to run maximum special weapons and heavy weapons and stay afloat and even like run into
They
their
may even
advantage.
surprise you.
They may even
like
surprise
they
you.
do. Greg, I can see that on this specific character, you've got some duplicates of the same weapon.
I do.
Why would you do that?
Well, as we have announced previously, random rolls are back.
Random
let's,
rolls
let's,
are back.
¿Rifles en
let's
3
delve
espacios?
into
No,
this-
solo en 2.
This menagerie of better devils.
Let's
That's
roll.
the-
Va a haber
Let's
armas
go down.
primarias y
Let's go
especiales en
down.
el primer y segundo
Word of
slot.
the
That's a good word,
Word of the day,
menagerie.
menagerie.
If you don't know the definition of the word menagerie, look it up. It's fun.
So here we have a better devils with Zen Moment, Outlaw,
Ah, y también va a haber
Tactical
rerolls.
Mag, Steady Rounds,
Y
and
diferentes
a
rolls para
variety
las armas
of
y
pretty
rerolls.
sweet
Dijo.
sights.
Did you say a
Now,
menagerie?
I would say this is pretty good devils.
Yeah,
pretty good
Pretty good
devils.
devils.
Yeah, pretty good devils.
It's not a bad devil.
an
It's
all
not a
right
bad
devils.
devils, right?
Do you have a better devil?
I think I might have a better devils.
That's a good
I
question.
might.
This feels rehearsed.
Actually, it's not. It's not. We did not rehearse that joke in
Doing it
advance.
live. Ooh.
El chiste es que las
Here's a
armas
pretty
primarias y secundarias son lo
spicy
mismo
devil.
porque llevarás energética y cinética desde el tercer slot, ¿no? Sí,
It's
exactamente.
like a hot sauce.
Kind of a,
It's like a hot sauce. Yeah.
this one's got hip fire grip. Moving
Exactamente.
target. Also tactical mag and steady rounds. You know what? I think I have got a best devil.
best
I
devil.
think I might have a best
Show
devil.
me your
better than
best
that.
devils.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let's look at this.
Lo que
best
más
devil.
puede
Oh, no,
asustar
Greg.
son escopetas en los
Alright.
3 slots, ¿no?
Okay.
Promising
Lo
a
bueno
lot
es que
of
no se
things,
cambia de
yeah.
arma tan rápido.
Oh, what about this one?
Ooh.
Explosive payload.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Range
explosive
finder.
range
Drop
Drop
finder,
mag.
Pretty
drop
good.
mag.
And
Wow.
the crossfire.
Ese
Pretty
Bear
good.
Devils está
Pretty good. This might
bueno.
be. I think this is the best devils of all the lot.
Sí, no manches.
Now-
That whole perk set, that whole
tengo
perk
eso
set
ya.
there has been randomized.
Yes.
Ya gané.
Every single time a better devils drops in the crucible, it's gonna have a different role.
It could be a better devil.
It could be the best.
How else can you
No se
modify
podrá
this
usar
weapon?
escopeta
Well,
secundaria o
we have
sí,
this
sí,
thing here,
pues lo acabo, que acabo de decir.
Is the
Se pueden usar armas especiales y
previous
cinéticas en el primer y segundo slot.
Somewhat of like a 5% bonus at the max.
Hola Ferru, ¿de qué te has
We have
perdido?
now made
Bueno,
Messwork
lo que ya
go all
sabíamos.
the way to 10.
Se va a poder usar
weapons.
armas
Uh,
especiales y primarias.
So, which means that
el
you
primer y
can
segundo
actually
slot
get
y
a
pesadas
10%
en
range
el...
boost on this better devils.
O sea, puedes ir
As you
escopeta,
level it up.
escopeta, sniper,
gotcha.
sniper.
Okay.
Even better devils.
Pero creo
Even better
que
devils.
And it's not just 1
o
to
sea,
5 to
los
10,
snipers y las
it's a
escopetas
10-point scale.
van a
And you can
estar-
upgrade it and upgrade it.
Keep on going.
mira, puedes
Yep.
actualizar eso
Keep on
cuando
going.
quieras. Puedes cambiarlo, más bien. Te gasta, pero pues
And
puedes
what's
cambiarlo.
the
Está bien.
biggest impact when you're upgrading this? What
Escopetas y
stats are you
snipers son
manipulating?
armas
What's the
especiales,
benefit
como en
that you're getting from
Destiny-
this weapon? Just to call
Como
it
en
out
Destiny
and
1.
explain it in
Pero
very
vas a
specific
poder
terms.
ocuparlas en el
So,
slot de arma primaria.
For hand cannons,
Y las armas
there's a
primarias ya no
subset
son
of
armas
stats
primarias,
that
se llaman...
Masterwork.
Perdón, las armas ya no
Range,
son
stability,
arma
handling,
cinética, ahora es arma primaria.
reload.
Es primaria, especial y pesada.
We
Las
actually-
pesadas solo va a haber
so
pues, espadas,
because we're going
lanzagranadas,
through more of a leveling
lanzacohetes,
type
todo
system
eso.
now, we moved the
Pero en el
magazine
slot de
Masterwork to
primarias y
now
especiales vas a poder ocupar cualquiera de
which
las
I will
dos.
show you next. is
Básicamente
new
eso.
and improved mod system.
Oh, there it is.
There it
Whoa.
is. Max
Now
level.
you've got a new column over there too.
I do.
Ah,
Some
mira, sí.
cool kill trackers
Ah, eso es lo
And
que está ahorita en el
you
juego,
can
eso.
You
clean
can choose here.
Solo que con un
Yeah,
nuevo
That's
menú.
amazing.
for free.
That's amazing.
So here we have the
¿Eso
empty
qué?
mod socket, and as you can see,
Ah,
the
los
damage type
mods.
mods are gone. However,
Ah,
we've
okay,
replaced
okay.
it with this
Whoa,
plethora
whoa, 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 whoa.
of drastically game-changing.
O sea, cada arma va a
mods.
tener sus propios mods.
Menagerie.
Órale, órale, órale.
Menagerie of mods.
Yeah.
So they don't just manipulate your energy type.
Mira,
They're actually going to
incrementa
have a tactical
la...
impact on the way you fight.
Yeah.
Right. This is
Oh,
what we
el
were talking
radar.
about when we first
Yo
told
quiero
us
ese
about
mod de
being able
radar
to
activo
tweak
con
your
la mira.
playstyle.
Eso
This
está
is one of the
buenísimo.
examples of being able to do that. And
Screenshot.
so,
Screenshot.
exactly. A bunch of people, we've talked about and we're excited
Para
about
aumentar
the
el rango, la
accuracy
precisión.
mod
O sea,
that you
son
can
mods para
apply.
aumentar cosas del
There's a
arma.
quick radar
Muy bien,
return
muy bien,
mod
muy
that
bien.
you can apply. Yeah, all things
¿Qué onda, caballo?
to make the game play
Primarias y
a little
secundarias
more
son lo
the way
mismo
that you
entonces,
play.
no.
And how do I acquire
Porque las
these
armas
mods?
especiales hacen
They
más
are
daño
going
que
to
las
drop
cinéticas
in
y
the
son
weapon, on the
de
weapon.
daño
However, you're like,
elemental.
oh, but how am I
Pongan
gonna
atención,
get them out of the
chavos.
weapon once they're in the weapon?
Oh, it's Greg.
Por eso en la escuela
Wow.
reprueban.
So here we have that pretty good devils with the major spec mod on it, and I will shard it. and
Dismantle it.
Behold, there is the major spec mod. There we go.
Ah.
So
There.
drop
Taking
to your
it out.
bank. and you can
Cuando
use it on
borras
any
un
weapon.
No
arma,
justification.
So you
te da
can
la
get a
posibilidad
weapon with a
de
random roll
tener
that you're
un
like,
modo
this isn't okay,
aleatorio.
well, I wanna keep it. You can get a weapon with a roll that you're like, this isn't as good, but it had a mod on it, and then you nuke the weapon, and now you have a copy of the mod.
Ah, qué buena onda.
Eco-friendly mods.
We all use different words.
Esto
for
va a estar
dismantling
muy
weapons.
interesante, la
You
verdad.
shards, you nuke.
Yeah.
There you go.
Pero, o sea, te van a hacer jugar más el
It's all
juego
the
y eso
same
está
activity,
bien.
though.
Para
All
buscar
right, let's see. Let me
diferentes
take a look.
armas
Random
con
rolls,
diferentes
perks,
rolls
mods.
y
Anything else you
conseguir
wanna cover
mods,
about the
etcétera.
weapons
Está
specifically?
chido, está chido. Me gusta.
It seems like it runs the gamut, yeah?
No light level.
pretty much.
There's no light
Yo le
level
agregaría
mods
el
now.
del radar
Oh, yeah. That was
activo.
right.
No,
Yep.
it's just about
just
tactical
Oh, mejor
games,
adquisición
just
de
about
blancos.
configuring
No.
Choice. We wanted to
Espera.
make your
El mod de
customization
mejor-
deeper, but also make the game a little bit simpler to understand.
Okay.
That's awesome.
So, loot drops can be more interesting over time.
No dijeron
The
nada.
combat
El-
meta
el
can
mod
evolve and change
de
over
mejor
time as
adquisición de
people
blancos,
discover
¿cómo
more
lo van a
interesting
manejar en PC?
combinations. This looks promising.
El hitbox va a ser
Um,
más grande,
When
supongo,
you
algo
make
así.
these changes, though, if you make the slightest change to anything in Destiny, we've got this crazy sandbox.
Mejor
that,
adquisición de blancos en PC. What the fuck? ¿Cómo le van a hacer?
You know, people are going to use
bueno, yo voy a conseguir ese mod.
weapon system,
o sea, consigo ese mod y tengo aimbot gratis.
Final raid
¡Woo!
boss to the people that they meet in the Crucible.
Yep.
And when you start making these changes, it impacts every other system in the game. You know, it's like if the game is like an organism. If I give you a bigger heart, you're going to need a more robust circulatory system. So, like, translate a metaphor like that into the work you do. When you start playing around with weapon slots and when you start playing around with ammunition flow and different perks to make people more lethal, how does that impact everything? And what other changes did you have to make in order to keep up?
Yeah, it's kind of
surprising. O el del radar activo. Que son muy camper. Tengo la mira.
Like I said, we started with slots.
La mira puesta para ver.
So changed that, and we got ourselves into a position where it was okay. We either affect ammo. Well, we got to build a new ammo system regardless. So we build a new ammo system to work with the slots.
Oigan, es curioso.
You either give out a
subí un video a YouTube para
enough uptime because we felt strong.
Para anunciar que estoy en directo.
We're going to
y tengo más viewers ahorita en Twitch que visitas en el video que acabo de subir.
So that either means you give out more ammo
or you
just deal with that, and we didn't feel like that was the right call. So we gave out more ammo. We gave you more uptime for those special weapons. When you do that, that means more people are running around with special weapons, and then that means those who don't have special weapons are suddenly dead to rights all the time.
Oh no. Fuck.
Right, like you can't compete. And so that has an obvious impact on lethality. And so we pushed down this road. We got to that point where we realized
whoa, ¿es mi internet?
We've got to give more ammo. This is right there.
No, son ellos, mira, F. Aquí hay una F.
The thing that we promised it would be enjoyable.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that means making a call to go ahead and change lethality. And so Greg was like, "Hey, I got an idea. I'm gonna slam up precision damage and let's see how that plays." And we're like, "Okay, let's do it. Check it in. Why not? Let's go for it." And so we checked it in and we played it, and you know it's been tweaked a lot since then, as Greg can talk about. But the idea totally worked, right? We're like, oh yeah, this is better. This is what we need.
No lo ha lanzado, pero la idea funciona muy bien.
Someone out there likes to play with
ese comentario me asustó.
And all of a sudden we've got all these shotguns.
Como cuando fallas algo, pero dices la idea era buena, o sea.
Where you're going to see them more often.
Yep.
I'm not just going to get overrun and now my auto.
Ojalá muestren gameplay, pero gameplay de
putting the requirement
luchando
on
ahí
me
en
to
el Crisol.
I now have to embrace precision fighting because I'll tell you I don't. You know, like what did we say before? We play slow and bad and dumb. You know,
take our time.
We take our
Cuando
time.
jugamos
Right.
lento y tonto.
There's more to hit there. So in order to have the greater time to kill. It's about headshots. Yeah?
It is.
El time to kill is about headshots.
You don't get hit.
Come on. Let's keep our options within the realm of reason.
Exactly. So most of that damage, which as we'll talk to, went into precision. So yes, you will want to.
Please. Que básicamente si ganas y tienes precisión, pues sí como debe de ser. No me digas que eso es mi internet. F. Tiene modo suscriptor. Buffering. Ok, no soy yo. No soy yo. Oficialmente. No soy yo. El directo se les acabó. Bueno. Ni modo. Se murió el stream de Bungie. ¿Qué quieren que haga yo? No puedo hacer nada. ¿Volvieron, Jay? Se fueron, no. Wait. Dijeron, bueno, pues ya les dimos lo que tenían que saber. Vámonos. Ahora mientras acabo de comer. XD. A ver si vuelven. Ahorita hago un F5 a ver si ya regresé. ¿Oh? GG.
We need to play it every day. So we'll get it in the lab, we'll play it every day over and over and over again. And we just think about like what decisions are we making as a player, right?
Yeah.
Like someone's rushing me with a shotgun, I'm like, what can I do? And if those decisions are feeling shallow,
bueno, pues nos perdimos en media hora de información.
Then that doesn't feel great, and so we start touching other weapons, but then it still feels a little bit more shallow than we want it to. So we look at other options. And so in particular, I would say probably the biggest change to the neutral game of the abilities.
Cierren el porno.
Non-supers, basically, is we went back to 2-hit melees. So two melee hits will kill a Guardian.
Okay.
And so that changed a whole lot. There's a whole lot of downstream.
2 melees.
El
3 shots
encargado.
to the head.
Yeah.
You know, it's
So you start moving
tenía
faster
Steam
again. So
abierto.
you start thinking about your positioning a little bit better. You start thinking about your choices a little bit better. Because it's going to be a lot more chaotic, a lot more hectic, a lot fast-paced combat. And so once we went to 2-hit melee, a lot of things that already exist were sort of tuned around 2-hit melee, or 3-hit melee rather.
Before you go into this, like I think that's an excellent example of as I think everybody can start to see, like every decision we make, like even like, a lot of them you can predict, right? But it's like, if we do this, that means we're suddenly doing this, right?
No me acuerdo, en Destiny 1, con el cañón de mano, si tú dabas un disparo en la cabeza, y un golpe también matabas,
Sometimes we
¿no?
won't find it, like it's a risk, but it's worth taking, I think. So.
And so when we changed 2-hit melee, we predicted, and then end up changing.
Creo que hasta en el cuerpo,
Cloud's
¿no?
going next. I'll let you finish. Tell me more, Cloud.
So there's a bunch of stuff like in DT launch that we tuned around the whole 3-hit melee model, where we said nothing would instantly evaporate you, but in a 2-hit melee world, there needs to be some power spikes, and those power spikes started to become things like shoulder charge again. So all the shoulder charge mechanics, shield bash, hammer strike, all the ones that are basically, you go out in the third person, you punch someone, those are going to now one hit. And so those guys are back to the previous place.
No jodas, eso no está bien.
Beware of the Titans. And then similarly,
Los titanes van a matar de uno con la carga.
Damage like grenade, like Voidwalker's charge grenades also deal more damage now. For
Pero
instance,
si saben que la carga
anything that was promising damage increases, we need to
tiene mucho
reevaluate
rango,
this new world
¿verdad?
lethality.
Yeah. And then my personal favorite, which we haven't touched on, we've only teased.
O sea, a mi gusto no debería de matar de una la carga de...
Yeah. So that's a good example of one of the supers that needed to change. To sort of
Todo lo
become more
demás está
reliable
bien,
in
pero es
this new
que, o
world
sea,
as well.
el titán solo
And so
va corriendo y ya.
So we had a
Eso
bunch
no
of
tiene
ideas
nada
what we
de
could do
skill.
with Night Stalker in general for some of the
O sea,
feedback
están
we've gotten
hablando
around
de
how
que-
Shadow Shot is unreliable.
De que el juego va a
We
tener más
wanted
skill
to
porque
evaluate
va a ganar el que
them,
tenga mejor precisión,
in
¿no?
sequence.
Porque el
And
time
one
to
of the
kill es
things we
bajo y
found
los
pretty
headshots,
early
etc.
on was that Tether actually
Pero
isn't as reliable as it
un
needs to be.
titán puede
You know,
cargar
not
corriendo,
finding
what
guys
the
as frequently,
fuck?
like people are passing through it. They're not
Pues entonces
getting
que hagan
Tether
que los
fast
cuchillos
enough, that
arrojadizos
kind of
maten
thing.
de una del
And so we
cazador, ¿no
basically
creen?
found a way
¿Están de
to
acuerdo
increase
conmigo?
the, I'll call search frequency.
Así
that the Tether
debería,
can,
¿no?
activate on, and so now it's like,
It's
fast. It'll find
brutal.
you. It
Yeah,
will
you're
find
not
you.
making
No han hablado de los cuchillos, eso me preocupa.
So
we
what about
tested
my
what the fuck.
Stormcaller?
Deberían de matar de uno. Bueno,
Yeah,
o bajar
Stormcaller,
mucho
so
bien.
Storm Trance,
A ver,
we
el
also
Stormcaller.
up the lethality of that. So that's basically going to zap guys down faster.
Okay, forgive me.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
you're gunslinger actual. What'd you do to Golden
Ok,
Gun?
ok.
Golden Gun. Man, you found all the stuff. Okay, that's good.
Cuéntame.
So Golden
We had a few
Gun-
rehearsals
Yeah.
while you were out eating cake.
So Golden Gun.
Freaking cake
So
eater.
good. We'll come back to that because there's so many flavors. All right, so Golden Gun got a little bit more time. So in this new world of fast-paced action, we wanted you to have the ability to sort of more carefully choose your targets, and so we gave all Golden Gun versions a couple more seconds, so literally 2 more seconds, to run around with
Van a
your
durar
one-shot
más
Golden
segundos,
Gun
sí.
and just evaporate guys. Similarly, Throwing Knife came up in damage to match the new.
Oh,
two-hit
sí,
melee
van a
weapon.
aumentar el daño del...
That's a good preview. I think the best
Cuchillo.
evidence
Nice.
of the work that you've done, and you can call it out when you see it,
O sea,
can be
básicamente
found
va a
in
ser
live
Destiny
fire
1, ¿no?
exercise. So
O
we're
sea,
going to go
ya,
there right now.
confirmado.
We're going to
Destiny
go
1 con
to
gráficos de Destiny 2.
Cosmo, friendly neighborhood community manager,
Clap,
and Kevin Giannis. Gentlemen, real quick, introduce yourselves to our stream audience. Talk about what you do at Bungie, and then we'll go and we'll take a look at all of these changes and all these promises that we've made in real time.
Hi, I'm Kevin Giannis. I'm a senior Crucible designer here. I work on game modes, ammo system, ranks, things that everyone cares about. And I'm here to talk to you about weapons.
I'm Cosmo, community manager. I'm in charge of taking all of your feedback, writing the TWAB, and telling you new things that's coming to Destiny.
All right, gentlemen. So let's go take a look at a brand new Crucible map. You guys have touched down on destination, and this is an educational ceasefire. What would you like to do in order to help us with a little proof of concept before we actually get into the fight?
Es un nuevo mapa, ¿no?
Yeah, so we're gonna demonstrate some of the time to kill changes here.
No sé si
Cosmo and
volver
I
a Destiny
picked
2.
Hey,
Créeme que yo me hago la misma
represent
pregunta todos los
archetypes
días, o
of
por lo
running
menos
like
cuando
a
se habla sobre
aggressive pulse
Destiny.
rifle and a nice rapid
No sé
fire
si valga la
scout.
pena, o sea...
yeah, so you're running 2 primaries, right?
Double primary and a sweet new sword.
Creo que todos
And
están de
you
acuerdo
loaded
que
in with
esto
a-
que están
with a-
haciendo
with a
lo deben
metric
haber hecho el
ton of
primer
ammo there?
mes.
Well, I picked some up.
Oh, well. But
You
you
show
did.
that
Just
pulse
say you
on?
did.
All right, let's shoot some people.
All right, sure. Yeah, I'll start with this aggressive pulse. As you can see here, a 2-burst almost melted
Tres
him.
Spicy
ráfagas
meatball.
en la cabeza.
And then with this rapid fire scout,
Oof.
5 shots to the head and gone.
5
As you see
disparos
here,
en la
he drops
cabeza.
his special ammo right on the floor. for
Bueno,
everyone
es
to
igual
see.
que Destiny 1, la verdad. En Destiny 1 con los
about
de
yourself,
ráfagas yo me
Mr.
acuerdo que
Cosmo,
también
man?
con 2 ráfagas los dejabas a tiro
Got
y ya
this
con
nice
3 se morían.
assault rifle.
Oof.
Mm.
Y el automático.
Yeah,
Es más rápido el
body
automático.
shots at,
Bueno, en el
see the
cuerpo no.
difference with the
That's me and you, dude.
Precision.
Yeah, that
And also got, is this the
Ahora lo
aggressive
bueno.
hand
It's an
cannon?
aggressive hand cannon.
So I can just kind of 1 and then, you know.
2 and then 3.
Oh.
Guns.
Oh, yeah,
There's
baby.
the 3 tap.
Espera. 91.
Two body.
Tap is real.
2 body, 1 head.
So real.
91.
So before we get into the fight, unless there's
9-1?
anything else you want to show us at point blank,
Yeah, sure.
Whoa,
why
whoa,
don't you
whoa,
guys go into your build and configure yourselves
Creo que era otro archetype de
for
Vayan de Mano,
a
¿no?
couple of exhibition matches of Clash and talk to our friends who are watching from home or wherever they find themselves about what decisions you're making and exactly
body
what
one
role you
hit?
want to play in
Eso
combat.
quiere decir que mata de 2 hits.
So I'm gonna
¿no?
run a double primary build here, and I'm gonna be running a new weapon, Luna's Howl, and I'm gonna run a bow actually here. So I'm gonna run
Un bow.
this brand new exotic bow, Wish Ender, with a sword as my backup.
A ver.
Boards, bows and swords. Boards and bows.
All right. So I got this Better Devils. It's a
Better
got a
Devils
pretty
y
good roll on it,
escopeta, esta es la
You know, pretty
buena.
good. Kill clip outlaw. I'm gonna be running Badlander shotgun in my second
Nice.
slot, and then I got this two-tailed fox you might recognize from a
Rocket
video we
launcher.
showed out, shooting the
Ah,
two
esa es la que
rockets.
salió en el trailer.
Hey, Cosmo, I noticed that you're running Icarus on your Better Devils there. Can you give a demonstration of that? I had some people asking about that one.
Cambiaron el símbolo a la
Yeah, so I got the Icarus. So as you can see, when I jump, that aimer
Ah,
stays
tiene
pretty high,
Icarus.
right?
Vuelve el Icarus.
Pretty
Güey, Icarus en PC. What the?
that was a-
Oh,
you know,
okay,
you're not
okay,
right.
okay,
The perfect
okay.
tool still needs to be in the hands of
Oh
the
my
right guy.
god.
You weren't even aiming.
I got
Oh
it.
my,
I got it.
oh my
Go
Jesus
Jack
Christ.
Blossom, Cosmo. Go Jack Blossom. There we go.
Is there a
Le hice
better
la
Cosmo
silueta en
than I
el...
All right, all right. Are we ready to fight?
I think we're ready to fight.
All right, then game on.
Oh no, that's not.
Oh, por-
Let's try that again.
Eso no me gustó nada. Espera, activó la super y mató a todos.
All right, we are in combat. Our combatants are muted. We're going to listen to the designers. And gentlemen, when you see a product of your labor, something you're proud of, something you're excited about, let's call it out. This is why we're fighting today, is to understand how your team
Ah,
will change the way we fight.
ese...
Oh, that exotic.
121 en la
He's using that with
cabeza.
Thunder to find targets behind walls.
Está muy bien, ¿no? Está muy bien, la
Actually
verdad.
went to an archery range to learn about the mechanics of bows and how they feel in the hands of a player, didn't you?
Hostia, pues Destiny 1,
I'm
básicamente.
still grumpy about it.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I chose tacos instead.
Lo que decía antes, que este arco tiene wallhack.
This is one of the new.
Puedes ver a
new
través de la
maps
pared.
as well.
Yes.
Worth calling
La nueva
out.
super...
Oh,
Victory work
bad
done.
timing there.
Oh,
Oye, no me
yeah,
dejaron
What happened
verla.
It happened so
He
fast.
tried to use Spectral Blades, but he
I blinked.
yeah,
So did he.
he got murked.
Toma.
It's a very interesting
¿Y
hand
quién está
cannon
jugando?
that,
Es el
Giannis is
Cosmo,
using
¿no?
Right now.
Ooh, nice slide.
Pinche
Precision,
Cosmo. Pinche Cosmo.
Precision family hand cannon.
Hey, Kevin.
Ok,
Did we increase,
se fijaron en esto que está abajo del
respawn?
radar. FP, Echo Red, Overlook,
Oh,
lo
you're
que... O
probably
sea,
watching, okay.
no se ha terminado los...
He's not mic'd also, so.
¿Qué
Yeah,
pedo?
so he said it was a private match. Okay, she didn't pick up on it.
So we changed the respawn in our private match to keep the
puedes
emphasis on
disparar, ¿no?
action instead of waiting to come back to
Este
life.
men ni sabe cómo
One of the
funciona el
things,
juego.
one of the kind of the things we're talking about.
Mira,
you know,
mira.
is touch one thing, it all breaks,
No
and
puedo
it all
ser.
changes. And I know we
Oh my
play
God.
with various we play with various respawn times as well. And Kevin can
El
tell us
titán
a little bit
no
where we
pudo
ended
saltar,
up.
no llegó.
There's one of the things that you're like, oh, when you do this, that also means, you know, the speed at which you can
No
take
manches.
control
Mira,
points
yo
might
no
have
soy
to
el mejor
change.
jugador
The
del
speed at
mundo
which
ni la
you
gran
respawn might
eminencia,
have to change, right?
So,
pero
look
me
at
da
that.
miedo
Right
que
there.
gente con
Right
este
there, melee attack there.
skill haga el
See
juego.
if that target got
There he is,
away.
there
He's
he
running
is.
away. He knows exactly where he is. He's gonna pursue. Oh, it's two of them now.
Some poor Cabal locked
at
into
that.
that Cabal ball.
Oye, ese arco está bueno porque puedes ver a través de la...
Aiming is also just as important.
O sea, va a estar OP, ¿no? O sea, esto en
should be
buenas
said that,
manos
Whoa, there's Thunder Crash.
es como tener...
Yeah, no one- oh, he
Es
got
como si en
two.
Overwatch tuvieras la ulti
Kevin
de
could've killed him
Widow
before he
o la
Yep.
flecha
Could've
de
been a hero.
lanzo siempre en el
That
spot
was
correcto. Todo el
Oh,
rato.
where's the Icarus? Need Icarus on that.
O sea, alguien que no falle flechas, ese arco va a ser la nueva meta.
As you can see,
Porque a través de la
everybody's
pared, o sea,
dropping special ammo because one of the-
estás apuntando a
the
un
way
solo
we're
lado,
handling special ammo is
cargas
you
el-
spawn with,
o sea, igual
and
que
when you
Anso,
die, you drop everything
o
you
sea,
have,
no-
but
no
of course
sé.
you spawn back with it, and so
En buenas
the game
manos eso va a
constantly
ser
stays
la
fed
nueva
with-
meta eso.
with green.
Mira, ve,
Kevin's
por ejemplo
not
ahí,
picking it up
lanzando
because he's
flechas
not
bien.
running
Kevin's not running
special.
special, so he doesn't have a
Oh,
use
look
for
at
it.
that. They're just holding hands.
Ve, si
But
este
his teammates
men
do.
le da...
These daisy chains.
His teammates can come pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see all the information he's
No,
getting
sí va a estar
from
OP.
those
Este
targets
arco va a ser
behind
la-
targets behind walls.
Oh, he didn't
Wow,
see that.
wow,
Didn't tell him
wow.
about that rocket.
The wish
yeah,
ender
so-
did
Pero
not
fíjense
tell
que
him
me
that
gusta.
Someone's about to shoot a rocket at you.
Creo que va a estar
Yeah, the
divertido
wish
jugar
was
con...
ended, that's for sure.
Por lo menos con este arco va a estar divertido. Me gusta lo que veo. En general todo está bien. ¿Para qué les voy a mentir? Miren, cuando hay algo malo lo digo. Ahorita, la neta es que está bien. Los cambios que están haciendo están muy
So you
bien.
gotta start watching lanes for those again.
Quisiera ver a alguien jugando
Almost guaranteed
con
to
escopeta
have it,
de arma
yeah.
secundaria. Pues, para ver. Yo
Yeah,
creo que
it's
es igual que en
definitely,
Destiny 1,
we keep
pero...
finding a high risk, high reward. Like, you've got a
No sé
couple
cómo están las
headshots where you
escopetas,
gotta
porque si
follow through
ustedes
and
se
pick up
acuerdan
ammo
en
to
Destiny
keep going.
2, las escopetas que están
You need to
pesadas
be
son muy
careful about your
poderosas,
loadout
o sea,
choices to
matan
help, make
matan
your
mucho,
follow through
muy
well.
rápido, tienen un
Yeah,
daño
one of
y
the
un
big
alcance
changes
muy
that
bueno,
we're-
porque
we're
son
happy
armas
with this
pesadas.
ammo model is because
Pero
there aren't crates
yo
for
quisiera
them in
ver
the world, and
cómo
because
la
they
balancearon
drop
en
on
arma
the-
especial, a ver si
on the
ahorita la
corpses
pasan.
of your
De los
enemies,
snipers
it means
no
if
me
you
preocupa
just
tanto
randomly
porque un
snipe into
sniper
a
siempre va a
crowd,
matar en la
you
cabeza.
just produce more special
Si hay un
ammo for
sniper
his
en el juego que no
buddies
mate en la
and/or
cabeza,
made it
pues me retiro,
extremely
muchas
hard
gracias
for
a
you to
Dios,
go
bye
get.
bye,
And
¿sabes?
so, thinking about what you're doing matters a lot more.
Entonces ahí no hay problema.
Kevin ran into
Vean
a
las escopetas,
rift
pues,
earlier,
mira,
so
ve,
it was
ve
a
lo
good,
que les digo de
segue
los
there. So
wallhacks.
he also,
Esto en manos
touched-
correctas.
we bumped up the healing.
Wow,
Ooh,
esto,
good dice.
espera,
So
te
a
vuelve
couple cool
invisible
things
cuando das
down
un
there.
headshot.
So he
Ok,
just
ya.
cracked, flawless execution,
Ya,
which
nueva
is
meta
one of the
ya
next
confirmada,
functions
esa va a ser.
that lets you go invisible when you get a headshot kill.
Sí, mira,
while
cuando
crouching.
acaba de decirlo,
And
cuando
while
das un
you're
headshot con
invisible,
esa arma
in
te
that
vuelves
state, you actually
invisible,
be able to see
wow.
targets behind walls as well. And now he's using
Oh, el
special
Blade
blades to
Dancer, baby.
destroy this team that was trying to
Oh, no.
turtle on a healing area
Okay.
put down by the Dawn Blade.
Me gusta lo que veo.
But they were able to
En
mount a
general.
resistance there. I mean, usually if somebody runs into a room with a super, it's like, we're all dead.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
the-
there's a good pushback there.
The Dawnblade heal is extremely good.
It's
And
The
extremely
Dawnblade,
effective,
sí,
and it
ok.
also buffs
La
the
ulti del
damage as well, so
Dawnblade,
they're
la
able
que
to push
cura
back.
y
And holy crap,
potencia,
that
sí es muy
Thunder Crash
buena.
has got 3 kills.
Yo creo que sí. Pues cómpralo,
Pretty
Misa,
intense
pues sí,
here.
eso
So
estoy
the other
viendo.
thing, yeah, so
Técnicamente
Healing Rift came
llegamos a la
up.
meta
This
que había
basic
dicho.
Healing Rift is now a little bit more effective and
Had to be, right?
Que también es otro,
to help give it some more
otro plus,
keeping
pero
up
pues
with the
caballo,
high pace of combat now. And the
al
other
final
thing
del
is the Powering
día,
Rift also got buffed.
este DLC
And so
solo
that
trae
used
una,
to,
solo, o sea,
not buff
el modo
the
historia
damage, but now will
me va a
also
durar
buff the
3
damage.
días, a
So
lo
basically
mucho, si
it's
lo
gonna-
juego
it's gonna keep up
tranquilo.
with this new lethality in a way
Es
that
más,
makes
el
weapons
mismo
even
día que
more
salga el
lethal
DLC me voy a acabar el modo
than
historia,
before.
así que
Now, one of the things
son
we haven't talked
$40
about, but
nomás para jugar
armor
un día.
also receives random
Y lo único
rolls.
que vale la pena es esta
So there are
actualización, que a mi
random
punto
rolls
de
on
vista
Additionally,
debería
there
ser
are, of course,
gratis.
mods that go into your armor.
Bueno, sí va a ser gratis,
There's
pero
some
me
new and
refiero a que
some
si no me
that
compro el
you,
DLC solo voy a tener que jugar,
used
solo voy a poder
to
jugar este y no voy a
from
subir de
year
luz.
one,
O sea que al
including
final
the
de cuentas me tengo
ability,
que comprar el DLC.
regeneration speeds and
Entonces,
things. Those have
desde mi
also
punto
all
de
been
vista,
buffed because for
desde demasiado
same
caro
reason,
nomás como para tener el
you
lujo
can take 5
de
now as well.
probar.
So all the rules have been removed. There's no like, hey, put this
de
on
probar
when
esto
you're wearing
nada
blue
más.
pants on the morning.
Aún
of
así,
August
o
5th.
sea,
It's just, this increases
es muy
your
probable que
grenade
sí lo
regeneration
compre.
speed.
Yeah, flat out.
And you
Porque
can,
veo que hay
you
gente
can
que
push
sí le
it all the way up
gusta.
to 5
Y
to
está
give
viendo
you, I
reflejado
believe we've
aquí
settled
en el
on a
spin, con los vigors y todos los comentarios buenos que están poniendo por ahí.
I will say at least a 60%. I think we said
Pero-
a lot higher than that, but that is
Watch
higher.
out! Ooh!
Wow.
Pero al final del día son $40. Hay juegos más baratos, completos.
That's a spicy
Y van a
rocket.
salir
If you
más
stack all
juegos,
the way up,
entonces...
it's a higher boost than you can get in with D1.
Creo que necesito
or
convencerme
U1,
más.
excuse me. And
Miren,
then,
esta
as well as,
actualización
I think if
sale el
you-
29
if
de
you just
agosto.
run for them, you get the
Creo.
same as, or it might be.
Entonces, si
You
lo
gotta
voy
respect your
probando
choices, right?
y
If
me
you
va
pick
enganchando
all
y
the
me
main
vuelvo a
mods, you're gonna
viciar,
get
es
a
muy
lot
probable
of
que si
a
lo
lot
compre y
of
me
games,
vuelva a viciar a Destiny 2. Es muy probable, muy probable.
There you go. Someone's getting some. It looks like the on the opposing.
Que les digo,
team
los
right
cambios
now,
están
there's a lot
buenos,
of
vean, las armas están
overshield happening, and I
interesantes.
think that's probably due
El time
to
to kill es
the
igual que
Downblade
Destiny
using
1.
Its new heal nade, or forget
Etcétera.
what it actually is. Define
Ahora vamos a ver, de la gente que me está viendo, ¿quién
Convert your
lo va a
grenade
comprar
into
o
a
quién
grenade
ya
that
lo
can actually
reservó?
heal your allies and give them an overshield as well.
Vamos a hacer
how
un
do you do
pequeño
So
sondeo, a
you
ver.
hold,
Tú lo
whatever your
diga
main button is,
yo
so
en
it's
el
left
chat o
bumper
algo
for
así.
default, and you'll convert your grenade pretty quickly into a healing grenade. And then there was Blade Barrage.
Vamos a ver.
So that's the new Solar Hunter super. You basically
Una,
flip into the air
dos,
and destroy anything in your
tres
sight with
personas.
a series, a volley of
Ay.
explosive knives.
It's
4
for, the
personas.
Golden Gunner, who
5,
is tired of me.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
There it is. Yeah, you can see how crispy that
Yo
headshot
quizá.
is with the bow. Like, you can follow up with a hand cannon,
11,
an AR, and a submachine gun. Like it's such a nice
12,
combo.
13, 14,
Oh, good juke.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh man, and someone was saved there by a healing
15,
area put down by the
16.
downblade.
They've taken the lead. You could
Well,
Ok,
Radiant.
16 personas de 83. Aproximadamente un 20%.
Kevin is getting a lot of information from that Witchender.
Yeah, do we know, like,
Inclusive,
what
no,
mod Kevin
menos.
put on the Witch Hunter? Do you mind paying attention to that?
That's exotic.
15%, 20%.
Tell me
That's a
about
good
that,
thing
Greg.
to know. And here's the Spectral Blades coming right at him. Oof. He barely escaped.
Ah,
Nope,
by
not
the
for
way,
long,
esa
no.
super es
The
igual que el
inputs
Blade
there.
Dancer después de
Exotic
la
weapons have set perk sets.
Yes, they do not have
alcanzo, ¿no?
the ability to slot a mod.
All right, they are
Bueno, pues son muy
fictional
pocas
against-
personas,
Exotic
¿no
weapons
creen?
are extremely powerful and
Es lo que les
very
digo, al final del día,
specifically
si yo me
curated
compro el
by
DLC, el
So
primer
if you
día
haven't picked up on it yet,
va a haber
looks like
como
Kevin's
200
loadout here
personas
is
viendo el
formed
stream,
all
con el
around
hype y
gaming
todo.
information. So,
Y el
yeah,
segundo
using
día
sword
va a
to
haber
peek a little
3,
bit, so
¿sabes?
same with some emotes. Using
No,
Witchender to
el
get
segundo día va a haber
behind
15 en el
walls,
stream, los que
also
se compraron el
Night
DLC.
Stalker and Missile
No
Launch.
sé.
The
Juicy
Night Stalker
feedback.
Super Spectral Blades, when you go invisible, you can actually see guys behind walls the entire time. as well.
Este super es un
You need to be
es a
alive.
joke.
So that
Also,
case,
being invisible helps you stay alive.
yes, yeah.
So there's a lot more secret camouflage
Va
now
super
that
lento,
shotguns and
lo que está.
snipers are walking around.
Yeah, but I think with Spectral Blades, you get a lot of options where you can basically
What
you
a
can go into
joke,
stealth,
man.
your super doesn't drain as fast, and you can see guys behind walls. Which
Entonces,
lets you
bueno,
pick
en
your targets a little bit
conclusión,
more carefully.
yo aún no me
So
decido al
if you're a little
100%.
better than Kevin is, you'll go around
Voy a probar la
walls, go around
actualización del
corners,
29 de
you'll
agosto. Voy a
pick
seguir
your
jugando
targets a
Destiny
little
2
bit.
estos
throw
días.
yourself.
O
You
sea,
don't have
todas
to
las
just
semanas
throw
voy a estar
yourself
jugando un
onto a
poquito.
shotgun.
Y si me vuelve a enganchar y eso, pues ya lo compro.
Are you a
¿Vale?
little bit better than Kevin is?
I like to take my time.
Really? Wow.
Ustedes no se preocupen.
Yeah, he's only.
Aquí voy a
you're in the-
seguirle a
we're in
ver
the cheap
si
seats
se
right now.
convence o no.
Yeah, you're gonna pay for
Y
that.
si al final del día me compro el DLC, pues bueno, aquí lo van a
What's the
ver.
worst that could happen?
I think it's Kevin
Como
coming
siempre,
in and
chicos.
saying, take your time, Claude.
Take your time. Take your time.
Ooh, Thunder Crash! Oh my God, through the barricade.
Ese arco está muy bueno, la
Well
verdad,
done. Yeah, so Thunder Crash, you can steer quite heavily, and basically,
Siento que está muy
it
divertido
looks
jugar
like
con él.
whoever was using that has learned how to pilot quite well. An ace pilot.
Por cierto, esa nueva super del
There's a lot of fights.
El
in this.
cazador, siento
Oh,
que-
middle here.
siento
but
que
you
es una
got
super
killed
para
right before you
fidear.
actually even landed the detonation.
O sea, es igual que el Blade Dancer después de la nueva actualización. O sea, que vas a
When we
los
first started
persigues y
talking about
no,
the bow,
no le das a
you had
nadie,
said
¿sabes?
that in a game full of space magic and machine guns, a bow might seem archaic, but it's a
Oh,
patience
la super de
weapon,
los
a precision weapon, and we're
cuchillos.
seeing, despite the
Ah,
editorial
también tienen
commentary from Claude, we're seeing a lot of really good, patient, precise
qué no pasan eso?
work in the hands of Mr. Giannis here with that. That's certainly not the way I fight, but I can tell that you know, this type of weapon in the hands of somebody who's good with it is going to give me fits.
We've also seen, I mean, people play it as a battle run with it as well, where you, like Kevin actually has the loadout to do that effectively. Where
Deberían de
you
meter
run
un
in,
Battle
you go
Royale.
for the single shot headshot with the bow, and then
Es
you
que todo el
quick
mundo lo
swap with,
jugaría.
you know, something like Lucky Pants, for example, to pull out a hand cannon real fast.
Aunque quién
and
sabe,
gut
yo creo que hay
them
mucha
before they
gente
can
fan de
continue
Destiny.
their
What was that? Did you
Que
say
dicen,
Lucky?
si meten un Battle Royale ya no lo
Is that a
juego.
shipping name
De
or is that one of our
seguridad.
developer code names?
that is a
Siempre va a haber de
year one,
todo,
you would
¿verdad?
know 'cause you're Warlock.
I wouldn't.
That's
Pero a lo
year
mejor
one
no.
exotic.
encuentra
Camp,
más público.
if you will.
O sea, los fans se van, pero
That
llega...
helps with-
O sea,
with
ustedes
the
imagínense que se van
Yeah, I like
50
to run
fans,
those with
pero
really fast
llegan
drop
100,
time and
120.
put Icarus on
¿no?
that so I can actually pull that kind of move off midair, get a headshot, and then switch to like an SMG or a sidearm to close in. So you can still play warrior mode with a bow. Just gotta find the right stats. Also, oh my goodness.
That was juicy.
And there are some pretty incredible exotic armor pieces that go along with the bows as well that you can pull off some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, there's so much like that changed with the core sandbox that makes the old exotics also really interesting and relevant again in a way that's really exciting. In particular, I know with shoulder charge, for instance, stand-asides are also now really, really amazing to think about using because they'll give you an overshield that's going to help protect you as you come in for that one-hit kill shoulder charge.
Knives for days.
Knives for
Acabo de
days,
hablar de
yep.
eso, Alejo, ahorita, antes de que vinieras.
The sun bracers are really good with the new healing grenade setup for the
Oh,
downblade.
el automático. Oh, mira.
Same with like Starfire Protocol.
¿Esta? Ok.
What have we been using?
Tenía baja
with,
vida.
Thunder
Quiero ver
Crash?
algo
I'm trying to
con
remember what
vida
Nuke's favorite
buena.
loadout is. It's the pants, right?
¿Con Season Pass lo cobran? Claro, este DLC lo
Yes.
tienes que
Or
comprar
Slide Reflect legs. So
Yeah,
it's- Yeah.
a
So you
fuerza.
slide reflect where
No,
you put,
no hubo Season
you
Pass.
put the increased one of the new armor mods that we brought back, new old armor mods. You put the increased turning while sprinting mod on.
Este
So
sí
you're
es pago
super
obligatorio.
agile. You can
And then
reflect.
boom, here we go.
Oh,
Well done, well done.
No, el Super se
You
ve
can,
muy divertido.
reflect incoming fire as you slide.
That's very nice.
And then you know, you're always.
Espera, ¿y la munición
punching people
especial
out
cómo
of
la
the air.
consigues
Yeah, so right
entonces?
now he's got the ballistic strike charged, and so every time he's in the air, he's going to have the ability to hit his melee button and
¿Matando
basically do,
personas?
a miniature version of Death from Above
Sí,
at any time.
matando
aim at
personas.
any
Ahorita que
target.
mató a ese,
that one
botó
doesn't
munición.
one-shot kill. So we made some interesting choices there where like a shoulder charge is a little bit more risky. You have to get really
Yo
close.
tengo el
and you're-
Season. Es que el
you're
Season,
sacrificing your
bueno,
positioning a lot more. To even
El,
get the
el
kill
pase
pull off.
anual que van a
Whereas the
meter
ballistic
ahora
strike you can do from disguise,
no tiene
but
nada
you
que ver
don't
con
know
el DLC, o sea,
I can't
el
wait
DLC
to
lo tienes
use
que pagar.
Shotguns more
A
frequently
fuerzas.
again in Destiny, I gotta
Yeah.
tell you. And I
No,
love
No,
the way
son
they
cosas
sound in
aparte.
D2.
Y el Season que,
couple
que
of
hubo al principio del juego, no, o
this has been
sea,
a really good,
es pago
even match.
obligatorio.
You know,
Yeah,
we
it
haven't
has-
had one team run away with this. Observations from chat right now. Every hunter in chat is shaming me brutally for not knowing what Lucky Pants was.
As they should.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah,
chat.
guilty as charged. You know, I've tunnel
Que
vision
dice que
from
el
my
chat
own
está
ways.
diciendo que los Hunters no tienen el Lucky Pants. y no
A
sé qué.
freshly arrived Dr. Lupo is asking if it's good, and they're telling them that so far looks like
So
you guys.
far.
So far looks like you guys did a good job, and
Classic
people want to see what
skepticism.
Cosmo's doing. So I can tell you that within 2 kills here, we're going to switch the view here to
What a bot.
Mr. Cosmo 23, and we will see how he fares in battle. But in between this
Whoa,
match and the
Ah,
next,
sí,
we're
hay
actually
una
going to let
edición
people,
donde está el juego
change up their
completo
loadouts a
con
little
todos
bit
los
and let
DLCs
you
más
see,
Forsaken.
a different way to play.
And so as you'll notice on this,
Hay cada quien,
every
por ejemplo, si no
time-
tiene el
well,
juego, pues eso está
every
bien.
time he died and came back, he was always coming back with 2 shotgun rounds.
El DLC lo,
And
juego,
we are
lo
at
compro
game
para
with a
PC,
nice 8-kill
obviamente.
spread.
¿Por qué lo compraría en Play
Widening the skill
4?
gap,
Evenly
but,
¿Con 30
still a good
frames?
close match, yeah?
That was tight.
So, well fought to our in-studio combatants, and thank you very much.
Gracias.
Let's take a look at our brave fighters.
Nadie lo juega en
And,
Play.
gentlemen, good game. Thank you so much for playing.
Todos lo están jugando en PC.
How do you want to configure
Kingo
your
Time lo juega en
Guardians
PC,
for the
Triple
second
Red lo
round
juega
of
en
Clash?
PC. Todos los que
I think
streamean
I'm
juegan en
gonna
PC.
switch off to the.
No hay uno solo que
bow,
streamee que juegue en Play.
Go for a Bygones sniper loadout here, and I'm going to run the projectile. How about yourself?
Any mod changes by chance?
I've already pre-socketed, so I am going with
No
enhanced
tienes
target
pantalones de la
acquisition
suerte, sí, eso
for my
dijeron.
sniper and my pulse rifle.
Oh,
double outlaw,
Actually, that's
too.
a perfect loadout.
Doctor
for
Lupo
you're
juega en
having
PC.
trouble
Todos
hitting
juegan en
things.
PC. A jugar en Play 4
I
es
mean, at
como
least
dar
I
un
hit
paso
my
hacia
golden
atrás.
guns.
Do you?
Well, for those who like to take their time, Golden Gun now has more time.
That's
for
right.
you.
I like to take my time.
Probably hurried up though. Yeah.
And then Cosmo, what are we going to see from you in the next fight?
I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go.
Difícil lo juega en Play 4, ok. ¿Y quién es
The
difícil?
Legend of Acreus.
Nadie.
So that'd be
That's
a
pretty crazy.
triple shotgun loadout.
Talk to us
if
a
you're
little bit
crazy.
about your
Nunca la había
shotgun
escuchado en mi
mods and
vida.
your shotgun perks. How are each of these shotguns going to be behaving differently in combat?
So on the first shotgun, I'm gonna do a backup mag, increase the magazine.
That pretty shotgun.
Very lofty goals of putting more ammo in it. Second one, let's do
¿Van a jugar con,
Radar.
con doble escopeta o algo así?
radar
choice.
tuner. Get my radar back.
Le puso del radar.
Going crazy.
Güey. O sea, ¿se
This is
dieron
a
cuenta
radar
lo que
for you guys,
hicieron?
you can tell.
Le acabo de poner el perk
We are go for launch.
de,
Cousin, I have one
ver,
request.
de
Can you
tener el
do-
radar
can you show the
activo mientras
difference in the
apuntas
radar
con una
speeds between your two
escopeta.
shotguns?
Sure.
Thank you.
What?
This will be our final 4v4 exhibition on
Es,
this
es,
stream.
es el peor perk para una escopeta.
We appreciate everybody who's sounding off in chat. Those of you
¿Por qué le
who
puse-
are subscribing, please know
Ok,
that
es como
every
tener
subscription to our
el
chat,
perk de Snapshot
on our Twitch channel
en
benefits the
Rocket.
Bungie Foundation. So we're not monetizing the feedback loop as much as we are, I don't know, consider it an internet swear jar.
Yeah.
Something
Once,
to,
también,
something to
a
throttle
ver, si hay
the,
gente que lo juega en Play
the
4.
waterfall of feedback so that we can actually read it.
Pero no
And
los
Twitch
conocen
Prime,
ni
Twitch
en su
Prime,
casa,
Twitch
o
Prime,
sea.
Twitch Prime. That wasn't a sales pitch. That was just us letting you know that we're taking your money and putting it to a good use.
That's right.
So Cosmo's running an interesting armor load out there too, where he basically stacked all melee recharge mods because he really wants to use Ballistic Slam a lot.
¿Jugar en PC te
Which
hace
is the
mejor?
melee ability for the
No,
new
pero juegas el
third
juego
path
mejor,
of,
eso es un hecho.
Spectre.
Simplemente
Also,
es
it looks
eso.
like he's actually doing that.
El
for
juego
the
lo
throwing
juegas
hammers.
mejor.
He wants to throw some hammers
No
at
te
people's
hace mejor a
faces
ti.
all day.
Tú vas a hacer igual en cualquier plataforma donde juegues. Pero el
Let's
juego
see.
sí lo vas a jugar mejor
I
en
don't
PC, ese es un
I
hecho.
like to say bonk when I throw someone at someone's
Pero bueno,
face.
si a ustedes les gusta jugar en Play 4 o no tienen dinero
like
para
this,
comprarse una PC, pues está bien,
On the
jueguen en
screen here,
consola.
I like that the
Hay gente que tiene dinero para comprarse una PC, pero le gusta jugar en Play. Bueno, es válido, está bien, cada quien juega donde quiera. Yo, si me compro el DLC, lo voy a jugar en PC. Si ustedes juegan en Play 4 o en Xbox, está bien, cada quien juega donde quiera.
It's safe. You're in a safe place.
Thanks again for all those subs. We're going to take your hard-earned money and we're going to put it toward easing the stress,
Cada quien tiene gustos
the
diferentes.
distress and suffering of
A mí
children
me
in
gusta
hospitals.
jugar
We
en
put iPads in their
PC con
hands,
buenos
to give
frames,
them the healing power of video games
con una
when they
buena
need it the most.
movilidad.
And on the subject of
teclado y
healing power,
mouse.
they're going to need it right now as we
Hay
come
gente
back
que le
into
gusta
our
jugar
final
con
round of
control,
Clash.
con 30
Do a radar
frames,
check, radar check.
Radar
con
check,
un
radar check.
joystick, con un control, es su televisor a gusto en su sala. Bueno, cada quien tiene diferentes gustos, amigos.
And then back with the mod.
Vamos a ver la acción de doble escopeta,
Doesn't
¿no?
matter.
Algo que me preocupa es que
Also, show him the throwing hammer. Go pick it up.
no hay
Go down the
munición
wall, pick it up.
especial.
Okay. Oh, that was a bad throw. Oh, but you got it back. You're all good.
Yeah, but he didn't say bonk when he
Yeah,
threw
he
it.
didn't hit anyone.
Oh,
Save
yeah.
the
Porque
bonk
solo
for
tiene
the-
una bala. Espera,
Gotta make a
espera,
sound for the
espera.
bomb.
Solo tiene una
Gotta make
bala
sound
de
for the radar.
escopeta y una bala de
Oh,
sniper.
come on.
Go kill him and get
Digo,
that hammer
de.
back.
Espera.
So the way that works too is
This is a
after
fucking
about 6
joke.
seconds, your hammer is gonna explode. And so if you
This is a fucking joke. O sea,
you
es
just
una
wasted it.
broma.
But it's okay because he used the
O sea, vas a
bunch of
poder usar
melee
doble
rounds to
escopeta,
get
pero
his,
solo vas a tener una bala.
back.
And his buddy saved his
What?
life, and he was able to pick up green ammo. So now he's got something
Okay,
going.
okay.
Yes.
He's got enough ammo that he should probably reload. There you go. Now he's got something that he can work with.
Ok, que los compañeros y los enemigos te den balas, está
It's
bien.
the curse of being on screen.
Pero que reaparezcas con una bala.
People can't aim anymore.
The pressure.
PC Master
Well, the
Race
top of grenades,
Moncas.
handful
No,
of
espérate,
grenades
Ferro.
got buffed as well.
Tranquilo,
So,
que
yeah,
luego
so
te
the
van a
air is one of
reportar
them.
por tóxico.
Fusion also got buffed. All those stickies came out quite a bit actually.
El Ferro se la jugó.
Kevin needs feeding.
And it's
Damn,
something
ahora
that
lo
we'll
van a flamear en el
continue to,
chat.
We'll obviously continue to look at in the future, right? This isn't a one and done. We
Job's
will
never done.
keep
Boom!
watching.
Oh, yeah, there you
Well,
go.
Pretty.
Accurate still works.
Come on. Yes.
There you go.
Pick it up.
Pick it up. Yeah, there you go. You don't want to lose that.
Pero puede lanzar el martillo.
He did use his third shotgun to success.
And there's some
And
more
now he's got
accuracy.
more ammo. Now he's fully loaded.
Espera.
He's got all the shotguns.
Triple, pero A
This
ver,
is where he dies.
mira,
Yeah.
es como...
Good luck.
A ver cómo les pongo el ejemplo,
Got a
¿no?
lot of guys surrounding
So
him
many
here.
shotguns.
Es como decir,
Shotguns.
vas a poder jugar fútbol
People around you.
todos los días y a todas las horas. No tienes que hacer nada más. Juega fútbol. Pero te voy a dar una pelota, no un balón.
No prequel memes on stream.
O vas a jugar
We agreed.
en pasto con tenis normales o algo así. O sea,
Prequel memes on
te
stream.
están dando 3 escopetas, pero solo vas a tener una bala. O sea, what a joke, man. A ver, yo quiero ver el chat. ¿Qué están diciendo los del chat?
I feel like shotgun hunters need a theme song.
Maybe the 18.
A ver, a alguien que le gustó que tire el martillo. Wow, the aim. Sí, sí. Totalmente de acuerdo. Tiene un aim de Dios.
Oh, so close yet so far.
It's 'cause he
There's
gets
that.
it long.
Now that hammer.
A mí se me hace un poco
is
tonto que te dejen usar
Yeah,
todas
so-
las escopetas
yeah, so
que
the
quieras,
hammer's
pero solo
gone.
tengas
We
una
lost it.
bala, no sé.
You had
Now he's gotta
mentioned
recharge
that
it.
this is a loadout for someone in your Developer Insights video if you're crazy, right?
Yeah.
This is a
Ok,
crazy
este es...
one.
El mendigo que este es un
There's gotta
loadout
be some
para
moments
alguien
in
que está
combat,
loco,
like if
bueno.
we just wanted to say, Cosmo, you stay inside. You guard that heavy ammo
Yeah.
spawn. You know, I mean, he's all close quarters.
No, o
he's a
sea, lo que es de
brawler. He's a
locos
bruiser
es que-
right now.
Right.
So,
Solo
we're
tengas
not
una
showing it today, but we
bala,
show
o sea.
a bunch of it. Like Gambit, I think is, for me, is honestly the best use of the Destiny sandbox.
Entonces, en
It
el
does
sniper,
everything.
¿cuántas balas te
You
van a
have
dar?
your
Yo creo que
PvE
son
play, you have
4.
your PvP play,
No
you
creo
have
que te
your
den 2
objective
balas
play,
o una bala del
You
sniper.
have your like hold a point play, like it has everything.
Perdón, pero se me hace
So,
ridículo
in
esto,
Gambit, where you have your whole team, like picking the loadouts to suit your job, I think is going to be a huge deal. And there is absolutely a place for Cosmo's Crazy 3 shotgun build when you are trying to keep blockers away from the points and things like that in Gambit. So like all these things have roles and times to use them. And you know, there will be people who run this in PvP and do
Nice,
just
Bungie.
fine with it. Cosmo's not one
El
of them.
cuchillo está poderoso.
But there will be people who can pull
Te
it
quita
off.
todo, bueno, por lo menos te
And
quita
to
todo el
Deej's
escudo
point,
si lo
like,
das.
strategically, you can
bien, está bien.
to have a really
La verdad me
specific
gusta,
loadout
esa
to really
mecánica
affect
me
the
gusta, la verdad.
context, right?
Las mecánicas
So,
de
yeah, like,
lanzar
we're gonna
cosas así
have
como de habilidades
a
me
triple
gustan.
shotgun guy defend the bomb or whatever, so if they rush it, they have to deal with that. So there's a
Wow,
lot of
wow,
ways
wow, 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 wow,
to
Mr.
develop.
Anso.
In that case, was not exactly one of them. But I think he's learning.
He's shown us the whatnots, which I think is also helpful, right? Like, hey, don't do this, don't do that.
So no pressure. Your super is ready. It's
Es
not
para
like
ver si
there are a
te
lot of
crees
people
dos
watching.
vergas.
So just don't mess up.
No manches, es que
this is,
con este
not just a
loadout es
demonstration
rush,
of
rush, rush,
combat
rush,
attitude, but
rush,
also a
rush.
demonstration of the Bungie playtest culture.
Para un
It's not
titán
a
con
kind
skate.
thing.
No, it's not.
It's
We're-
not.
Va a
Well,
estar
you did
bueno.
good too. You should feel good about the fact that you tried really hard in playtest
Oh.
today. It's
Ouch.
there's
Yeah.
Taking out
a
the spectral
horrible
blades.
level of shame.
Taking out spectral
You
blades.
either don't get shamed or
Oh
get
no,
shamed.
he's stuck. Get out of there. Okay.
He's
Still
behind
got
the
some
kebab
energy. Get the slam off.
Yeah.
There we go.
There's one. Get another. Oh, I ran out.
No, you know, he
That's
just
okay.
wants to swing.
Oh,
wants
There's
to
the
swirl
shotguns.
around.
Still with the shotty. Yeah,
Nice.
that's a good thing.
Pretty
That's a good
shotty.
He always taking the time to emote, which got him killed, as it should.
Yeah.
Lessons.
Hubris.
Yeah, hubris.
Pride cometh right before a fall.
Sin comentarios, la neta.
Yeah, and so the way that super works too is you have your right trigger attack is basically a ground slam that sends off a stream of fire, and that'll actually find guys.
You know what we should have done is added a tornado.
Yeah,
Oh, there's a tornado? Oh, well then it's perfect.
yeah, we wanted to take it over the top.
If you haven't noticed
Ok, las
already,
escopetas no van a
this is,
ser meta,
if you run a
definitivamente.
single special loadout, you get 2
Eso
rounds
está
per
bien,
spawn
pero-
when you load in. And if you run a dual special loadout,
Se me hace un
you get
poco
1 in
limitado.
each. So the same number of spawning, same
No,
amount of spawning.
no vas a
ammo.
poder hacer multi-kills
Oh
con la
man, that was
escopeta.
not the corner to run around.
No sé.
And
He
that-
didn't have those
Lo
guys
divertido de
on
jugar con la
his,
escopeta
looking
era
around
hacer
the corners
multi-kills.
first.
That's right.
Pero ahora
Emma
como que
here was
tienes
talking
que matar a
about,
varios
also
para
for
conseguir.
archetypes.
Bueno,
So for a shotgun, you'll get 2 rounds, but for fusions, I think it's.
espera, ¿puedes destruir eso con una
No, it's still
bala?
2.
Okay.
I made it off 2. Well, it's
Oh, really?
14 because of fire 7 shots. There we
Okay,
go,
look
but
at
it's
that.
still 2 shots.
Qué buena ulti.
It's worth 2 kills. The only thing that is different is trace rifles.
Ah, bueno, pero esa ulti es para
And you
PvE,
get
más bien.
25 trace rifle energy because that's about 2 kills worth.
Y ahora va a
Good
rushear.
time for some-
Mira, 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 mira.
You buffed it to 40.
Oh, espera.
Now.
Just saw a comment in chat saying they're seeing a lot of melee kills, not seeing a whole bunch from grenades.
¿Te imaginas
Are
los hand
grenades
cannons con
inherently
Icarus en
different
PC?
Year 2?
Es lo que
We
te
did
acabo de
buff
decir,
grenades,
Ferry, no me
but
hiciste
the
caso.
nature of
Cuando
grenades,
dijeron, te dije.
is a lot of times
Oh,
it's
te
like an
imagino.
opener.
Dije, ¿se
And so I
imaginan
think
eso en
that's
PC?
what we're seeing a lot of times here is that
Y no
people
me
use
hiciste
them to
caso.
open fights or
Lloré.
to sort of supplement their gameplay.
Adentro de mí.
What we
yeah.
didn't do is make them one
Creo que el
shot
arco
kills.
va a ser
we didn't
lento.
we didn't roll
Por
lo
back
menos
where
ese
you can
arco,
just
sí.
rely on a grenade to clean up. Like you have to play
Ese
with
arco
your
más un
grenade,
hand cannon.
to make it
Ojo.
effective. And so it is a
Fusions did come
tool.
up quite a bit, but they're not back to one-shot kills.
O sea, arco
They're not
sniper,
back to the
pues
reason
no.
why I wore Void Fang vestments for 3 years.
Yeah, they're
Man, that smelled bad when I finally took it off.
You gotta watch
¿Ven?
it.
Ya se acabó la bala.
Oh.
and that's what we call reaction time.
Bueno, ahí pudo haber hecho la doble clic.
Reaction time is a factor, so please pay attention.
Recoger la munición y seguir
All
matando.
right, he's abandoning,
Ya se cansó.
he is
Oh, yeah, here
abandoning
we
the
go.
three shotgun build.
Yeah, still sticking with dual special.
Uy,
Tired of
shotgun
being crazy.
escopeta.
Still
Eso
crazy.
me-
A little bit
It's
less
still
of a
crazy.
crazy loadout, but still
He
pretty
at
well.
least has
En
a-
Halo había una
range
lista de juego que
alteration. All
era
right, there's this
There you
special.
go.
Pretty.
escopeta, era Shorty Sniper, se
How's
llamaba
this
la
gonna
lista
play?
de juego,
Probably
era
cool.
súper divertido.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like this is actually somewhat of a viable loadout. If you
No,
know.
the loadout's fine. It's
yeah.
Cosmo.
Oh,
That's
of
cool.
course.
Yeah.
¿No habrá un mod para un sniper que puedas tener el radar activo mientras
I'd like to
apuntas?
call out
Eso estaría
that, this is an in-development build,
buenísimo.
so you're seeing under the radar screen, you're seeing
Muy bueno.
some text strings that are obviously not final. So
Ya te mataron al
that's
compañero,
what we see
amigo.
in development before we're finished, and it's not September 4th yet. So
Doble
pardon our
pump en
dust.
Destiny,
It
ya
is coming
sé.
up quickly.
Yeah, we are less than 1 month from the beginning of Forsaken, and
Todos los
even
que están aquí lo
closer
jugarán.
to the arrival
Nel.
of these changes.
Básicamente
The things that
la
we're
comunidad de
looking
Destiny
at right now,
ahora.
not these weapons, not this map, but
Mira, pum.
Not the mod.
the sandbox changes.
Oh,
Boom.
there's a heal grenade. So that floating orb there.
Hey,
is
what a
an
job,
enemy
man.
throwing down a heal grenade. That basically would give someone an overshield for passing through it. So when you see one of those on the opposing team, you can actually still destroy them. So that's something that I don't think Cosmo realized there, because he could have saved himself from having to deal
Save
with
yourself!
a lot of guys with overshields.
Espera, ¿el sniper
So
solo te da
this
una bala
outrigger that
también?
you're standing right near. If you're underneath that thing when it comes
Okay.
down, does it kill you?
It does not stop.
El sniper solo...
Stops.
Yeah.
That's good. OSHA,
Yeah.
thanks. you.
Pero
Yeah.
el sniper te debe
There
dar
were a
2
lot
balas o
of
3, ¿no? Es un
fatalities at
sniper,
this
no es un
work
escopeta.
area before they implemented that.
Days since accident.
No, yo no estoy de acuerdo con eso de la
Always
munición.
zero.
O sea, que por lo menos te den 3 balas, ¿no? O sea, una, ¿qué pedo?
Come on,
Oh, there's an
Cosmo.
arc staff.
O sea,
Fuck
igualmente
it.
no va a
Cosmo.
convenir
Control
usar
safe.
sniper y escopeta
Yeah.
incolora, ¿sabes?
Down,
There's
but-
Lo que realmente va a
melee.
convenir va a ser
Yeah, so you gotta be
usar
careful. So it's
un arco y un cañón de
definitely
mano, por lo que
a
estoy viendo, esa va a ser la
riskier
meta.
situation to be close range to Guardians these days.
Creo que la meta va a ser
Gotta-
esa,
gotta
cañón
pick
de
your-
mano
gotta
y...
pick your moment.
bow.
Oof.
I might not want to be Stormcaller anymore.
Oh, Stonecall will still fry some guys. Fry some guys.
Right.
Sounds like the
We
name
never
of the
should.
fast food.
La nueva super solar del hechicero es como la ulti de Orisa, exactamente igual. Sí, solo que cura.
But
Pero sí, es
Has he got a
igualito.
sniper kill yet?
Es como...
No.
Es cierto.
he's been walking around with one for a while though.
He's trying.
He does for effort. There you go.
¡Wow!
Oh,
¿No lo mató?
Win.
¡No lo... ¿What?
Wow.
Yeah. I would have went for the slam there.
I appreciate that he was in basically the tightest part of the map and still managed to
He's
miss
going
the
for style
giant man.
points. He loves the twirl.
The spin.
Yeah. Bang,
There
bang.
you
Nice.
go.
Ah,
Ah!
just the sniper.
What?
But the hammer might explode on
Entre
it.
más
Heavy
armas
ammo
energéticas
right
tengas,
there.
menos munición de todo. Pues sí, pero una bala.
Another
One shot, one kill.
another
One
nice,
shot, one kill,
sort of
hasta se está
downstream
burlando el
effect of
man.
the mod changes are that a lot of people are running super mods, which makes the sort of timing for when supers come in a lot more variable.
O sea, eso está
Yeah, a lot of
bien,
people, like,
pero...
sort of stacking mods and
O sea, me
showing
refiero,
and then you'll see a lot
¿quieren
of
hacer
more
más divertido
staggered
esto?
uses.
Imagínense ustedes que vas rusheando, matas a uno, no puedes hacer multi-kills.
Not as potent as the other ability.
Mira,
mods,
en esa
but
situación,
still
donde das un
really
body con el sniper,
makes a big
ve,
difference.
es que es ridículo. Ya les dije que la meta va a ser cañón de mano y arco, porque el arco tiene muchas balas y cañón de mano y mata de 3. Así que esa va a ser la meta. En cierta parte está bien, porque ya no va a ser igual que Destiny 1,
There's a
¿no?
guy behind.
I don't think he knows
he
he's a guy
hasn't.
behind.
Pero por otro lado,
Panic
entonces qué
grenade.
chiste que hayan bufeado las armas.
Why is my radar? Oh,
Yeah.
Tienen cambiado el time to kill y que vayas a poder tener escopeta. Por ejemplo, un loadout que me gustaría ver es cañón de mano y escopeta. A ver cuántas balas te da la escopeta. ¿Cuántas posibilidades tienes de hacer multi-kills? Porque eso es lo divertido de Crisol, ¿no? Hacer multi-kills.
Every player of Destiny is going to notice some of these changes starting to take effect. The weapon balance, the way that the
hay que ver,
the way the
o
weapons
sea,
behave will
ojalá
arrive. What else
dure una
arrives?
partida más
All
o
these
alguien
new
use
mods
cañón de
gonna
mano
show
de
up?
escopeta
Mods will
o
not
algo
be
así.
there yet.
No.
Quisiera
They
ver
come
eso,
in
la
with
verdad.
release,
The
but
slots will be there.
¿Qué
It'll just
tipos de
have something to
loadouts
put
y
into
cuántos
them.
loadouts
slots
o
will-
qué
no,
loadouts
we
convienen
have
más?
rearranged,
Algo que
your
aprendimos es que
year
este
one
loadout
weapons
no
as well.
conviene
So
nada.
you will have
Ni
stuff to
triple
put into them.
escopeta, ni
And
escopeta
slots will be there.
sniper.
Greg,
Mira,
tell us
este...
the-
Ok,
the
ok.
tuning.
Te da 2 balas
Will be there.
Most
cuando
of the tuning
usas
for the-
otra
yeah,
arma.
for the
Ese
stuff
tipo
that-
trae
for
un
year
arma,
one
no sé qué
stuff.
sea.
For year one stuff.
Creo que es un
And
rifle,
I'll also
un
say just,
explorador.
that
Y
when we
trae
say
el
all players,
sniper.
we also mean PvE
Y
players
te dan
as
2
well.
balas, o sea, está
All
bien
these
eso.
changes
Yeah.
affect PvE. We've
Este
increased
loadout está
how
bien, también está
effective
decente,
silver
está
charge is in
decente.
PvE as well. Same with throwing knives and melee damage. Like all that stuff is relevant in PvE.
Yeah. Yep. The final week of
El
year
flinch
one is
sigue
going to
igual.
be a little weird, just because we're going to have the new weapon slot system show up, but none of the new weapons.
El cazador
We'll
tiene
have
una
the new
nueva
mod slot
habilidad.
show up, but none of the new mods. So we'll kind of ease into
Una
this.
nueva habilidad
But they'll be able to
lanzable.
go out there and they'll be able to play with the things that
Bueno,
they
algo
have.
bueno es que tus
They'll be
compañeros
able
te
to
dan
rearrange
munición
them in some new
cuando
and
se
interesting
mueren.
combinations.
El flinch sigue horrible.
Oh, the arc bolt. And see, there's a grenade kill. A couple
Yeah.
grenade kills.
Yep.
Ah, está bien, el
Yeah,
flinch
two,
siempre ha
back
estado
to back,
feo.
just like that.
Digamos que estamos acostumbrados.
Yeah, so at
Good-
some point we're going to
good trade.
release a list of all the weapons that are changing slots and possibly changing damage type even.
Okay.
It will be
Ok, esto va a estar
interesting.
bien.
Yeah, worth
Here we
noting,
go.
I think you guys talked about this in the TWAB this week, but worth noting, whatever damage type you decide to live with when Forsaken
Este super es una
will
joke.
stay. You will
so
continue to
close.
have. Sorry. So your energy weapons, when you mod them with your damage type now, choose wisely.
No,
That is,
yo por eso
as long as you
ya
don't shard them, you will-
Me
you
gusta
will
usar
have
más
them.
¿cómo se llama? El-
Yeah, so bows are
Pistolero.
definitely counterable. You gotta pick your moments.
Esa
for those
madre
for sure.
es una broma.
That pulse was pretty nasty. There's a burning mall. Gets a fire tornado.
Creo que nunca voy a usar doble escopeta.
Oh, there's another friend down. Bygone saves
Triple
the day.
escopeta menos.
There's Storm Trance.
Yeah, let me see.
It's a preview of Deej's future frying.
Adquisición de un
never mind.
sniper significa que la cabeza se va a hacer más grande. Al parecer.
Got that orb, got that
Mira,
ammo.
ahí junto mucha
Doesn't need that.
munición.
Oh, yeah, it did. It did.
Close match. 25 kills remain.
Oh my god.
Dale, dale, dale
Will
a
we
la
ever
cabeza,
see a
amiguito.
sniper kill?
Ahí lo tienes.
There's one.
¡Ah! ¡Se quedó
And a
one shot!
sniper kill.
The fuck?
Will we ever see a one-shot sniper
Yeah.
kill?
I need a
Just,
hunter like you with the red jacks.
I get to see some exotic sword
Yeah,
action.
check out
maybe.
that black talon.
Oh my. That's like a clay
¿Te
pigeon.
creía Genji o algo qué?
So close. There you go.
There you go.
Good enough kills.
Oh, man. Watch that lens flare.
Yeah, definitely having snipers be up more often just makes things feel so much more dynamic again. You know, just like watching lanes and being careful about all your positioning and stuff. So,
La
Greg,
lanza gravitatoria
the
va a
flares
matar de
and all
dos
the tells
disparos
we worked on
ahora.
too, right? Like the linear fusion's got a
Oh, yeah.
got a new better tell.
Yep.
All these
Yeah.
things got relooked.
Come
that was definitely one of those
on.
things where it was kind of just nice to have in there again when we're playing just like
¿Es Cosmo
relative
este
D1,
cazador?
when you see someone coming at you with
¿Y
the
cuál es la
shotgun, you
habilidad
really
del
see it
cazador?
down, so you can at least have a little bit of time
La que es de
to
golpe.
prepare
A ver
and
que la
react
use.
and tell your
¡Wow!
family.
Bien, 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 bien.
But
Un headshot.
Are you going to observe that sniper kill?
I
Or
saw
are you
that.
only going to talk
No,
No,
about
I didn't see
Cosmo
it.
when he
I
does it?
didn't see it.
Well, there you go.
Basically didn't happen.
must be a targeting mod.
Ay, este pobrecito.
Ooh.
Ouch. What?
Respawn kill. Pobre tipo.
Yeah, I can see there's going to be a how.
Oh, here we go. The
Can't do
ace of
that.
spades.
I think I'm gonna see
¡Oh,
a
el
shoulder
Ace of
strike.
Spades!
Yeah,
Show us those
Ah,
shoulder
mira,
strikes,
mira, mira,
Phil.
mira, mira. ¿De cuántos mata el Ace of Spades?
really.
He's gonna do it.
Right.
He's gonna do it. I believe.
Ace of
Show us
Spades.
that crispy
Not gonna
three
have
tap
it.
too.
It's not gonna
Ace of
I believe.
Spades.
He's got another
Boom.
shield. Oh, no, he also
That's a
does
bad choice.
look at
That's a bad
Also
choice.
just whiffed.
Ah, pero no lo mató
Yeah.
porque
So
estaba
there's
la
some
ulti
good-
del...
There's some good counterplay
Del
there. just
hechicero.
overcharge.
It's not a three-point game.
It won't be.
Yeah, and
the
they've
only
swapped
option.
leads a couple times now.
Y ese es el loadout que yo utilizaría. Sniper, cañón de mano. O el que les dije, el arco ese y un cañón de mano.
Yeah, so I think, watching this, I hope chat and those at
Asómate,
home can get a sense for, like,
perro.
imagine what it would look like if good players were playing. Right?
Yeah,
Well,
only.
there are still a lot of lingering questions. People want to see
A ver,
better
¿sí mata de
doubles in
uno eso?
action a little bit more than they have. People want to see the warlock in action more than they
Oh
have.
my god, no,
Yeah.
please.
Actually, that's a good thing to talk about.
Qué asco.
All the shoulder charge mechanics in D2.
La meta de
gain
titanes.
an AoE with them as well. They still have an explosion when you hit. The explosion doesn't one-shot kill. Only the first guy you hit.
Yep. So there's going to be a reason to keep more than one version of a weapon, obviously. Now.
Todos son bien malos.
Collections will allow you to sort of look across your riches and understand which weapons that you have. But if you get a weapon that you love, if you think it's a god roll, or if you want to have several different iterations of your favorite guns, we have 500 total vault slots now.
Right.
And the things that
Bueno,
we're
esa
not
madre mata
demonstrating
de
on
uno.
stream
Eso me
today,
asusta un poco.
you know, there's about 10 kills that remain
No debería
in
matar
this
de uno.
exhibition match. You know, we're
Debería hacer
leaving
muchísimo daño.
for
Porque
your
cuando haces
discovery,
eso,
player
puedes
discovery,
golpear
understanding
instantáneamente.
how these changes
O sea, no hay
impact
necesidad
your
de
own
que mate
fighting
de uno,
style is an
¿sabes?
important part of Destiny. So we try
Aparte
to
hace
set your
daño alrededor
expectations
cuando
without
impacta, ¿no?
completely giving away the
O
whole
imagínense.
shop. And August 28th will be
No,
an
no, no.
interesting moment for people to kind of come out and say, here's how I play differently now. And
Mira,
to
que el
your point,
29 de
Josh, that will
agosto va a
change
volver.
over time.
Va
It'll
a
change
salir esta
September 4th,
actualización.
it'll change as
Para
people
que la
discover each
probemos y
other.
compremos el
It'll
DLC.
change as people
Ah, bueno.
react to
Chero
the
Pantec
shifting
Mamón y
meta.
capa.
Start to figure out the mods they like and what they want to pair them with.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. There's just so much to think about now.
All the new exotics.
Titan
all the
Power.
exotics.
No me gustan los titanes.
Kind of like when you have your favorite rush.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
esa
that's
super
a
está OP,
demonstration of
te
just
cura
the healing power and
un
healing effectiveness
chingo.
of an opposing team's
Wow.
well ratings. You can't just run in there and start punching guys.
Yeah,
Está
that's not
buena.
gonna pay off.
It's not gonna
Oye,
be
la
good.
carga de hombro no se te gasta cuando la
Final
usas.
moment.
Espera, espera, espera.
One
Tienes
last chance to show off your favorite moves.
como en Destiny 1 ilimitada las cargas de hombro.
Ooh. That's actually a good move.
Wow, 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 wow.
Don't forget to reload after your kill with Ace of Spades.
The game does
Hints.
not ship with Greg Hicks.
Oh, pretty.
Friendly Greg
Recarga
pop-up
un
on
poquito
screen.
lento. 70, ok, es igual que cualquier cañón de mano.
Reload.
Recarga un poco lento, ¿no?
Oh, there it is.
There we
go.
Oh, no, please. Siempre odiaba eso.
I guess D1.
Trans más bongo. Oh, no des ideas, perro, please.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
What a joke,
It
güey.
paid off.
It might have paid off actually. Yeah, that's a good call.
¿Quiénes son estos que están jugando, güey?
Being super
Oh my god.
Oh, denied. And match complete.
Perro, imagínate. No, no, ¿sabes cuál es el mejor combo de todos?
game, everyone.
Esa
Yep,
super del
well thought, well played,
esa
good
super
game.
de Warlock
That is
más un pistolero.
that's all we have today.
Pum, pum,
Thanks so much,
pum.
Cosmo and Kevin, for playing,
pistolero
guys. And
con-
thank you so much
Con
Absolutely.
health
to
casi limitada.
these gentlemen for
Nada
the
desde
work
atrás.
that you put into the game and for taking a break from your honeymoon to join us today. And thanks for sitting in the seats and talking about what you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
O para,
What
bueno,
everybody's
para
super excited about
capturar un
seeing.
punto,
We're very
defenderlo.
much looking forward to playing it. So,
El bongo
hope you
más,
guys are
más
too.
el trans,
And
no
this was
más.
definitely a stream
La
that,
super esta nueva
they
del
were very
hechicero
eager
que
to
lanza
do.
como un
You know, they came to
kamehameha
us
desde
and
el
they said,
cielo.
We put a lot of work into
Imagínate,
the second
arriba
year
de
of
ese del
Destiny 2.
hechicero,
We
no
changed up time to kill,
manches,
we
ahí
changed
haciendo
up weapon
kamehameha
slots,
todos.
ammunition, and
Y el
perks
men
and
casi
mods, and
invencible.
a lot
No,
of the things that
estás
the community has
jodido,
been
men.
talking to us for some time. And they were very eager
Ya
to
no hay
get
que
out
dar
here on
ideas
stream and to
porque
show
la
you how
gente va a
this
estar bien
works. So
puerca. en el-
thank you for watching, and thank you for benefiting our charitable
Oh no,
efforts
gracias a
with
ustedes. La verdad es que
your
me
subs.
divertí viendo su
And
gameplay.
to summarize, we're giving you more ways to configure your Guardian, so it's a reflection of how you want to
El
fight.
29
We're bringing
de...
back some of those hero moments. What else do we want to say about year 3?
¿Qué? De agosto. El 29 de agosto
To
va a salir la
keep them-
actualización.
yeah,
Vamos a
keep them
probar
on
lo que
scale
va a
and
haber y
keep
todo
things
eso.
interesting for a long time. Yeah.
Okay.
Muy bien, muy
Very
bien,
good.
muy bien.
Well,
Me gusta, me gusta.
some of these changes will arrive on October 28th when we preload Forsaken. All players of Destiny 2 can see how that stuff feels. The rest of these changes arrive on September 4th when Forsaken begins with a brand new
Forsaken.
adventure. We hope you'll join us for all of these
Es el
things.
28, no, es el
In the
29.
meantime, we will see you at Gamescom. We'll see you at PAX. We may even see you right back here on stream.
And good luck getting your triumphs.
Good luck with your triumphs. Yes, you
Dijo
still have
29.
several weeks left in the Solstice of Heroes. So we
Escuché mal.
hope we'll see you in the tower for
Dijo 28?
that ongoing celebration with
Escuché
those new
29,
challenges, those new ways to decorate yourself. That's all we have to say today.
Yeah.
All right.
Es el
Thanks so much for
28. Ah,
watching.
pues es
That's all we
28,
got.
perdón. Pinche ferro nomás. Quiere ser popular. Y también el Ares. Aresro. No sé cómo se pronuncia tu nombre. Ares. Yo creo que es Ares, ¿no? Aresro. Aresro.
I didn't expect that.
Aresro. ¿Qué te pareció? No? Bueno. La verdad es que está bueno.
Like a whirlwind of death.
Es un muy buen comienzo, la verdad. Muy buen comienzo. O sea, los cambios en el Crisol bueno, el Crisol va a estar divertido, eso segurísimo va a ser. O sea, de cualquier forma, o sea, si tú quieres rushear con escopetas y eso, o sea, te vas a divertir. De que te vas a divertir, te vas a divertir. Hay opiniones divididas, obviamente, como en todo y como siempre. Pero creo que en general va a estar muy bien.